Welcome to SBRN, the Stahl Brothers Racing Network, in production with Stahl Brothers RC Speedway, the enjoyable and affordable RC racing experience. All right, we're here for another Stahl Brothers Racing Network driver profile. We have Mike Myers here. Mike, when you're not racing, what do you do for a living?
I am a district sales manager for Snyder's Lance, the Pretzel, and the Cracker Company. My territory is Gettysburg and Shippensburg and a little bit of Lancaster, so it keeps me pretty busy.
So you're pretty local then?
Yeah, I stay local.
Good. What classes do you race, and what's your favorite class?
I usually run 17.5 EDM, or I run 10.5 sprint car, and being that we're here in the heartland of sprint car racing, I would have to go with the 10.5 sprint car, but EDM's growing on me too.
So you like the sprint cars?
Yes.
Open wheel?
Yep.
How long have you been racing?
I raced a little bit in the late 80s, early 90s, and then I stopped. And then one day I saw an advertisement for Stahl Brothers Racing, and I stopped in and I saw they were running the nitro cars. So about 8 years ago is when I picked up a radio again and had my first car.
Great to hear. So that's how you pretty much got started in the hobby. You just kind of saw the ad, huh?
Saw the ad, saw it advertised, just stopped in one night and I was watching. I stood here for about an hour, just watched the cars go, and I said, I had to get this. I had to do it. I had to get back into it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You've been racing for a couple of years, so what do you think? Do you have a favorite memory or a favorite race at some point?
Favorite memory, I actually have two of them. The first one here with my nitro car. I was doing really good, and then my battery disconnected, and it went for a ride. But I'd say the most memorable was my first win that I got, and it was an indoor track. It was a bumps and jumps. I got my first win in 10.5, so that was pretty memorable. That stuck with me.
You did that in the 10.5 sprint?
I did.
Your first win?
That was my first win.
When was that?
2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Last race of the indoor season. And then last year, last indoor season, I won in 17.5, and I won driving Casey Hess's car.
Was that EDM?
No, that was a 17.5 sprint car. It was a twisted chassis car, and he wanted me to drive it, and I told him, okay, I'll drive it, and I drove it to a victory for him.
Oh, awesome. Now, out of all the guys you know in RC, is there a guy that you respect the most, and why?
Well, I can't necessarily boil that down to just one person.
Or two or three.
There's like four people that have really brought me along in racing. Pete Chris Fair from BMS, Phil Cooper, and Kevin Griffey. He's taken me under his wing for the past couple months, and I really owe him a lot. He's brought me a long way.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, and I know the BMS guys are top-notch guys, and Phil Cooper, he's a legend around here, I think. So one more question for you. You've been racing here, you race at Bumps. What do you like most about Stahl Brothers RC Speedway?
I love the family unity amongst the racers. It's just a great atmosphere to come here and everybody be friends. If you're struggling, somebody will say, hey, why don't you try this, or why don't you do that? Everybody helps each other out with their cars. Scott, yourself, and your brother, you put a first-class facility together for us to come out and play in. You just can't ask for any better racing, in my opinion, outdoors than what we have here at Stahl Brothers.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It definitely does make it very important, I think, and to have the right type of people at your track. And I think I said it in another YouTube video this week that it really is. It's the crowd that you pull in, and it's the good people that come week in and week out that really make your track, I think. So, anything else, Mike? Anything else we need to know about you?
No, I'm.
Oh, you recently got married, right?
Yes,
Congratulations!
I didn't get married. I'm engaged.
Oh,
now.
Engaged now.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a woman in my life. Her name is Tess Schaefer Piety, and she watches this. Hey, hi, honey. But she's a good woman, and she understands what I do up here and what kind of time, and she's okay with it.
Good.
She's not against or opposed to it. She's seen me run, so she understands why I love it and what I do. So she gets to hang out with my friends too, and she's okay. she's okay with everything.
Oh, that's excellent. It's definitely, it takes some time and money to be in RC, I guess, just like any other racing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, Mike. It's great to have you. That's Mike Myers in our Racing Profile.